right? So I'm going to invite a few people who are going to join me here. And ladies and gentlemen, I want us to put our hands together for one lovely lady who knows the beginning of Valeria, all the way from the moment it was just an idea to what is standing just in front of us. Help me put our hands together for the one and only, the sales manager of Good Day Commercials, which is the brainchild behind this amazing building that we see here. Can we put our hands together for Frida Wangoi as she joins me on stage? Makofi ya Frida napokuja. Frida, dance a bit. You see, this is your intro, eh? Frida. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, makofi tena ya Frida. Lovely.
Good afternoon, everyone. Pleasure to be here and to stand in front of you. On behalf of Good Day Commercials, I would like to thank you so much for honoring your commitment to this invitation. We are really happy to have you here. I would like to introduce my team. And okay, first, before that, maybe I would like to mention that today is a very special day because we get to unveil the project. It has come a long way. We started in January and it was just renders and images on the website, and you bring the client to the site and say, see, this is where the house will be. They look at it and say, are you sure this plot size it will fit all this whole unit? Are you sure I can park 2 cars at the entrance? And now today is the grand reveal. It says it all. I think most of us have been to the house. It's a very spacious 4-bedroom unit, and the space is beyond just the bedrooms. You get to enjoy open spaces from balconies to the pergola and so many other spaces that I can say, like the 2 gardens that you have. Beyond this house being spacious, we can say that in Green Valley, this Green Valley community, it's a very safe and secure area. So if you're planning to raise a family here, you will not be anxious about the location in terms of security. This estate itself, we can say, is a community of its own within another community, which is Green Valley. So there are many unique selling points to this project that I will leave for our project manager and also architect to take us through. But all in all, thank you so much for coming, and we are most willing to take you through the house. It's a big project, 37 unit house with phase 1 and phase 2, hoping that completion of phase 1 will be next year around this time. Being off plan, we really encourage you to secure your unit now so that you have the advantage of the price point. If you're investing, it will be really nice because in a year's time, you get a margin of at least $1 million. If you wait for 3 years, it could be even higher. So now I'd like to introduce our project manager. This is Lewis Hinga from, I'm anxious, but yes, Sewell Studios. And we also have, after him, he could probably introduce our sales executive and the rest of the team if we wish to also have the contractor, right? Oh, sorry, he is not here, but his company, Mahindra, we work together very closely. him and Lewis have actually been the skill, the brains to the design for this house. Thank you all so much.
Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon. Nishakimbiza siku. So my name is Luis, as Frida has introduced me. The architect behind the house that you're seeing behind me, and the acting project manager. So I'm overseeing what I designed up to now. We are here launching it. So allow me to speak as the architect, not as the project manager. So in terms of aesthetics, we did 2 gates. So you'll access the gate, the phase 1 from this access, and phase 2 coming 2027, you'll access it from the other side. So where we are on is where we'll have the second line of houses. This is the first line, our show house. So as you can see, the materials and the paints that we use, the crown paints. We have the sandstone mazeras that is in this centerpiece of the entire house, and I wanted the buyers to at least have that uninterrupted view. So you can see, I'm sure you've walked into the master bedroom, you've seen there is no column there that is obstructing your views. There's some good engineering that I hired over there. So at least once you can log into the website, you can see some nice renders. And yeah, as architects, these are our children. So I'm happy to say that my child is fully grown up. It's an adult. So sasa my renders are now being replaced with photos. So now you can now appreciate everything that is on the ground. And yeah, we still have some pending works that we got issues with supply, but once the aluminium comes in, the rest of the works we shall complete. But I can say we are at 90% practical completion, and yeah, you're welcome to walk in the house. And yeah, so one thing I can say about the house is we have 2 designs, one for phase 1 if you prefer having this simplistic look, and we have another more complex look for phase 2. So you can decide which between the 2 estates you would want to live in. And then for the same look, we also have 2 options on the first floor. We have an option that we've currently constructed where we have it's a more aesthetic option where you have the double volume lounge with the crystal chandelier there overlooking the family room. So with that option, you can have slightly smaller bedrooms, functional. We have the second option where, if I can speak about it, that is actually a more functional option. And we have the bathtub that now is at the panoramic window that we have there on the first floor. So yeah, you are welcome to choose either between the 2 options that you prefer, 2 designs, 2 options. So there is a lot of customization that you can prefer to do. If you're as Frida has said, if you're an investor, the 17.5 price point would really do well for you as we are constructing, as we are on progress with the estate. So yeah, it's my pleasure to now introduce our sales executive.
Okay, I can help you from there. Let's have a clap for Lewis. He's done an amazing job, right? When I first met him, when we were talking, I told him, now, are you going to talk? He said, I'm not so sure I'm going to talk because I'll be busy making sales. So he's going to come here and he's going to tell us why you need to purchase this, because there's a lot of whys. One of the whys I can say, why you need a home in this place, is even the neighborhood. Umesema ati this area inaitwa nini? Green Valley. Hebu niambie tu, hata ukiuliza mtu unaishi wapi anakuambia anaishi Green Valley. It's a good place. Si ati wetaithie, ati unaambia mtu hapo nini kuletwa nani? Another name? Wagige, another funny name? Jomoko, Gomogo. Hebu imagine now, zile shule pia zina mtoto wako anaenda ni hizo. Getodhi. Look for a place with good names, eh? Like, just look at the neighborhood here. We have Green Valley. Alafu kuna nini ingine? Northlands. The schools here are Brook, sijui nini, Brook. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why you're not purchasing this thing, but I'm not the best one to sell this. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the legend, the sales executive. I know namchocha sana atasema namchocha. But this man is none other but Henry Mwangi. Wapi makofi ya Henry Mwangi as he comes here.
Wake up.
Can you hear money?
Wake up.
Habari yenu nyote, karibuni sana. To welcome you to Valeria Villas. I don't know what more I can add to what has been spoken to, but I'm sure you've all seen it with me, the beautiful, beautiful home we have here, 4-bedroom en suite. And if you listen closely, just listen. We are 200 meters from the road, silence. So we're selling a serene neighborhood, quiet atmosphere, perfect for raising your children in. We're going to have, if you can envision it with me, 19 units on this area here. Initially when we were building, people were wondering, will that size be sufficient? But now we can see it. 2-car parking slot, green area, 4 bedrooms all en suite. And when we've gone down, we have seen, you have the DSQ and you have the rooftop lounge. I'm sure you all love that rooftop lounge. Ideas are open to you, home gym, home office, lounge area, 5th bedroom. So options are available. Also, the beauty of coming in the off-plan type is that now you can customize a few things to your liking. In terms of the interior, we've been told there are 2 designs. Lewis has made 2 designs, A and B, where you have the family room, or lose that and get a bigger area for your master bedroom. You can also have covered kitchen or semi-open the way it is now, and a number of small customizable areas we can do. The price point is very fine. We're doing it at our very family price of 17.5 million. You book your unit with only 10%, which is 1.75. And when I look at the attendees here today, I'm sure you can do it. I can see it in you. So you have a conversation with me. We have our offer letters here. We have our bank partners here. We have our solar partners here. Even furniture for the kids' bedroom, we can finish up here. Today you go home with a beautiful home or investment. So the opportunities are open to you now. A few units are already gone, so take it up quickly. We're looking to close this by June 2026 and then move on to phase 2, phase 3, and other Valeria designs. It is our flagship project, but you can see the team that has been involved in the development, planning, and construction of this project are from very reputable firms. We even have our lawyers here today with us. So in terms of all provisions to making agreements to signing the deal, we are here, we are on ground today, and we shall support you in any way you require. We have cash purchase, part payment, and mortgages open to you. So come, let's have a discussion. We can actually sit and work in terms of a payment plan, in terms of which banks you feel comfortable with, and how soon we can get that agreement going on. We would like you to also to spread the word around, speak to your family and friends who are interested in the units. We can see the area is quickly developing. Apart from being neighbors to Northlands, we have all sorts of social and commercial amenities within a walking and a cycling distance. As the area continues to develop, we shall do paving of the roads, meaning even on you can have a nice evening walk up until the roads. Even if you have commercial activities to do, you're within the right area. Education for the children, schools are in close proximity from primary school, junior high school, college. We even have Amref University that's opened inside here. So what that also tells you is, as a bustling commercial area, then you have very good returns in terms of rentals. So even for those who are looking to buy as an investment, then you have what we call guaranteed tenants and guaranteed income from rental of your units. Currently, what the market is doing for 4-bedroom units, we are seeing them being rented out at 120,000. So that could be your vision in terms of what you're getting on a month to month. If it is not your home, if it is an investment, the area to buy and to do it is Valeria Villas, and the time to do it is now, is today. I'm here, the team is here. Everyone required in that purchase funnel is here for you. So please feel free to speak to us. We'll be happy to take you through the homes once again. Again, karibuni, and I hope you've all had a meal and some very nice cocktails. And there's some nyama at the back, so don't be in a hurry to leave. Let's have conversations. We're happy to have it one-on-one. Asante.
A better clap for him. Thank you. I told you he could sell this place better than I could. But it's true. This place, I mean, you know, I was discussing with a friend earlier on, and we were talking about the future. You know, years ago, true story. Years ago, my grandfather told me that alinunua shamba hapa ndani. Nikisema hizo pesa itakaa ni kama dharau. You hear somebody bought land at 8,000, you are like, 8,000. And it was not looking the way it looks right now. It was just a bare place in Juja. And right now, as you look at the future of this place, you're able to see that everything that people are doing is very calculated. This is the next Runda. This is the next what? Garden city, garden estate. So ladies and gentlemen, once you come here, I don't think there's anything else you'll want. This is the future. This is where your child will be saying, Mimi naishi mahali fulani, and they're like, we mko na mapesa? So this is our place for you. Ladies and gentlemen, the person I'm about to introduce here, I think he understands my talk, what I'm trying to explain about owning homes and why it's important to understand the world of realtors. And he's an expert who understands that language way better probably than anyone else in this building. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to put your hands together for the project from the general manager of KPRA. Ladies and gentlemen, Njuki Kihori. He's gonna forgive me, baby. Njuki. Let me just say Njuki. As it comes, I think I miswrote the name.
Check. Great. Good evening, all. Okay. Tuko. Good evening, everyone. Great. My name is Njuki Kihori, General Manager at KPRA. KPRA stands for Kenya Professional Realtors Association. So what we do at KPRA is we actually have 3 pillars. One of the biggest pillar that we have is training for real estate professionals. Because as we say is that real estate is one of the industries that is very low entry level kind of industry. So anyone can actually do real estate. We normally make a joke that you have, especially now that you have this generation we are calling Gen Z, and the previous generation that was so much on the social media, they're so much all over in the internet. So they've just come from school, they've opened a TikTok account, an Instagram account, and maybe their auntie or their uncle who has a building in Zimmerman or Kaha West or wherever it is, anamwambia baada ya kushinda hapo umekaa kwa nyumba unatumia wifi, why don't you put my building in your TikToks or in your statuses and in your Facebook, tuone kama tutapata wateja. So since they are just sitting there consuming their parents' Wi-Fi, they take photos of the building, they put on their Facebook, they put on their Instagram, and maybe they get a tenant or two into those buildings, and they facilitated that through their social media. So the uncle says, hey, umepata wateja wawili watatu, and they are paying rent, so shikai 10K, you've done a good job. So nothing stops that young man or that young lady to go to the next cyber and print cards. And they're like, hey, since I've gotten 10K just by, I've not even spent on Wi-Fi, I've not done anything, I just took photos, I uploaded an empty building in Githurai, and I've gotten tenants, and I've gotten some money. Nothing stops me from saying I'm a real estate agent, and that is the work I'll be doing. Nitakuwa nikitembea Mirema, natafuta nyumba zina watu, I put them on my social media, I get my 10K, my 5K, and since I'm not even paying rent or Wi-Fi, that's good money, sindio? So we tell them, you are doing the right work, right business. You're filling in a gap that somebody wants to fill in, and you're doing that. You're actually attracting customers into some property. But you need to understand the industry that you are in. You need to understand the rules and regulations. You understand the laws that govern the real estate industry. So we bring them to class. We tell them, just come, spend maybe a month or two in a class. We do real estate essentials, and that's the book I have here. So we've actually created a whole curriculum on what is real estate. how do you do real estate, how do you present yourself, how do you market property, how do you write contracts, how do you engage customers, how do you follow through in terms of sales and marketing and all that, how do you even close a deal, because those are skills that people need to learn. Not everybody was born with them. So you come into KPRA, we take you through lessons, you go through a certain curriculum, and by the end of the day, you call them your PR. You are a real estate practitioner, a professional one, and that's one of the biggest jurisdiction as KPRA, and that's what we do on a daily. And actually, we have a class that ended yesterday, and they'll be graduating at the end of the month. So if you're in real estate, and for you to build your confidence, for you to start even engaging international clients, you know, some diaspora clients want to hear you talk the language. When they ask you what is Kavetem Tour, unamwambia si ati unaingia chat GPT haraka unaanza Google what is that. When they ask you to send you know, a contractual agreement, you know how to write that. You don't have to have a lawyer. You have actually sample agreements on this book. When they talk real estate language, you understand what they're saying. Fees, you know, non-disclosure agreements, you know, all that. Commercial, how to rent out commercial spaces, residential spaces, how to represent that, what is a lease, what is, you know, all that. So that is what we do as a main thing for KPRA, turning realtors into professionals and ensuring also they are doing right business in the industry. So basically, in a nutshell, that's who we are. If you want to join a class, also tell us we do that online. We don't have to do physical, but at the end of the class, we do one physical meeting so that you can represent your paper to the board, and then they can give you a certificate of membership. And then we can continue having that conversation. So sitaki kuongea mengi, I can talk, but basically I just want to represent that in terms of who KPRA is and how we are here, and why we are here is because we want to push and even motivate Valeria Villas from phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 to phase 10. And we'll be there with you and helping you market. Even diaspora, we have diaspora market also that we can access in Europe and USA. Mr. Regi also is a double agent. he has an American citizenship, so he always sells property out in the market, in the diaspora market. So again, that is something we can tap into, and that's how also some of the advantages of becoming a KPRA member. Having said that, my final thing to do here is I think I'll welcome Stella. Why I'm calling you Stella, don't usishtuke sikwambi uongee. Stella is a member of KPRA for a long time. She even got a chairman's, what did you get? A chairman's something. She got an award for being a supporter of KPRA. So I want to call Stella, and I call Henry, and maybe someone from the team from Valeria. I want to present your membership certificate, also confirming that you are fully corporate members of KPRA. And also I'll have my colleague Jacinta. Jacinta is my colleague at KPRA. So that we do this presentation. Stella, you're representing the advisory board since they're not here. And the chairman also left. He will think will be here by 3, so he's not here. Anybody else from Valeria? Frida? Hata ukisema hapana ukitingisha kichwa naiona tu. So this is corporate membership certificate to Good Day Commercials Limited, the company that also is doing this Valeria Villas project. So Stella and Jacinta will present that, and then pikwa picha kidogo. This will appear on Citizens. Good, asante, karibuni for membership. Mapigeni makofi tafadhali. They've done well. Karibuni sana.
Say you can never be the one, but God say, make I tell you, say now you am Jews.
Good.
In 1 month, in 1 week.
Yeah, also Stella works for HFC. He's the head of mortgages. Do you want to say something, Stella? Like you always have some wisdom to throw in. She's also a very what do you call it? She's been real estate for the longest, so we also learn from her. Sometimes we call her for events, and she gives us bits and wisdom on how to navigate real estate, especially in the mortgage business. Maybe you can say something.
All right. Thank you, Njuki, for that, and thank you for throwing me under the bus. So my name is Stella Mutai. I take care of the mortgage business at HFC. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be partnering with Valeria. And for us as HFC, formerly Housing Finance, we partner with reputable developers in the market to ensure that our clients, both local and in the diaspora, are getting a good development. And that's why as HFC, we are coming in to be able to support the investors, anyone who is coming in to be able to invest into properties, they're able to be able to get the right property. One thing that you know is that you never go wrong when investing in a property. One, you'll be able to get the returns, you'll be able to get the yields, and you know the appreciation levels in Nairobi and its environs, they range in between 3 to 10%. So if at all you're investing you're getting in at this time, the best time to be able to invest in the property is now. And thank you very much, Njuki. And I'm a member of KPRA, and been able to participate in quite a number of events. So you never get it wrong. Thank you.
Great, asante sana Stella. She's actually a life member. Where hauna hata ukitoka HFC bado ni member KPRA. Then also the last thing I'll say, we also do an awards ceremony, and a KPRA Real Estate Awards event at every end of the year in October. So again, engage with us, because we also need to, especially if you're in the real estate right now, we want to understand what you're doing. We want to gauge you on how you're doing it. As I said, there's so much negative information about real estate. We need to start talking about the positive information. We need to start celebrating people who are doing good business, who are doing proper projects, who are delivering on promises, and we take that night just to celebrate us, to have a good night, to tunaimba, tunakula nyama choma, tuna celebrate, we give awards, and you have bragging rights for the whole year until the next October that you've won an award. So engage with us if you're in real estate. Talk to us. We'll have your number. We'll engage you in the coming week of all those things I've talked about: training, events, golf, awards, membership, and all that. Asanteni sana. Nipigeni makofi. Asante. Thank you so much.